Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Feelworld L4 live streaming video switcher. I'm super excited today because I'm giving away this Feelworld L4 video switcher. It's perfect for leveling up your video production game, and this is a prize you don't want to miss. But wait, there's a twist. This giveaway isn't just about winning, right? It's about spreading positivity and kindness. And here's how you can enter. First, you need to be subscribed to this channel. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss when we choose a winner. Number two, follow me on Instagram. So head over to my Instagram, TonyQ7, which is this one down here, and hit that follow button. I haven't been doing it, but I'll be sharing some behind the scenes content, tips, and more exciting stuff there. So go there and follow me. Number three, you have to comment below here. Now here's where it gets fun. Comment down below telling me how you will be using this beautiful video switcher. Look at it. I'm gonna switch to it actually. Can you see it? Gonna give you another perspective here. Camera number 2, number 3, over there. How beautiful this video switcher is. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. So number 4, tag a couple friends. Tag friends in your comment who you think that would love to join our community. Number 5, let's spread the love. Do an act of kindness for somebody. It could be anything, a compliment, helping someone with a task, or anything you might think that will help or make somebody's life better. And then in the comments down here, let me know what act of kindness did you do for somebody else. And then you have until December 15 to enter. I'll be announcing the winner on or before December 20th so that you get this as a Christmas gift. And I'll send it to you wherever you are in the planet. Of course, as long as there's some type of shipping or delivery services in your area. And then the winner will be just randomly selected from all eligible entries and will be announced in a special video, so keep an eye out. And remember, this is not about winning this switcher. It's about creating a positive effect in our community. I can't wait to see all your entries and hear your acts of kindness. So let's just make the world a little brighter together. So good luck, everyone. So that said, let's start with the review. Welcome back to Kinoptico. So the Feelworld L4 video switcher is an essential tool for anyone looking to elevate their live streaming game. Whether you're filming a large event, a cultural showcase, or a sports event, the L4 is packed with features that make multiple camera setups very easy. Before we start, let me tell you a little bit about the setup that we have here. First, I have the main camera, which is that one that you can see there, which is connected through input number 1 to the switcher. Let me cut here, input number 1 over here. And then we have camera 2, which is the one actually that you're seeing right now, which is this one over here. That's a Blackmagic camera, 4K over there, which is going through a monitor that is on my left here. I just have it there just to be able to see what the camera is seeing at that moment. And then we have camera 3, which is this camera over here. It's a Blackmagic 6K Pro over there. And then we also have, I have this PTZ camera connected with auto track, which is camera 5. This camera is right now pointing to the screen of my computer. And then I also have an input coming from my laptop, sending some graphics that you will see later to the switcher, and I have that through input 4, which is this that you see there. Okay? You'll see more about that in a minute. Something else that I also connected to the L4 multi-format video mixer, that's how they call it. I have this MP3 player with copyrighted music in case I need it. And I also have connected this tiny little video player here. It's a video player that I can also control with this remote controller here, in case I wanted to, let's say, introduce some video sources to the switcher. Right now, to be honest, it's not connected because I have my computer connected, but if I wanted to, I could just disconnect input 4, which is this one right here, and connect this input here. And as you can see, let's select input 4. It looks really cool. This is from a project that documentary video project that I'm working on right now. This video player looks pretty decent. And then I connected the switcher to this laptop right here through this 3.0 output that goes from here to my laptop in case I needed to record in my computer, in case I needed to live stream through my computer, etc. I also have this Rode Wireless Go connected to my camera 1 and then sending the audio through input HDMI 1 to the video switcher. And I also have this Stream Deck right here that I'll be using in a very specific and nice application through the video switcher that you'll be seeing in a minute. And I'm using this Ninja V right here, which is connected to the program output, which I'll be using to record this video today. And from the Ninja V output, I'm connecting this monitor here, which I'll be using basically to see whatever it is that I'm doing, including seeing my beautiful self. So let's jump right in. This is not an unboxing video, but here's the box. This is where it comes, right? As you can see, I'm gonna switch to this camera over here. I'm gonna switch actually to the top. So this is how the box looks. I have to say that this this over here is a little bit confusing, and I'm gonna tell you why, not right now, later, about all the streaming platforms where you can live stream with this switcher. Inside of the box, you will basically find the video switcher itself, and you will find the power cord with a bunch of adapters so that you can connect it whatever you leave in the planet. You can feel the quality in the build. This is a device meant for serious creators. So let's talk about the design. The L4, as you can see, has a large 10.1-inch screen. It's very bright, by the way. It's touch, as you can see. You can select the cameras. Let me go to camera 2 over there. I'm gonna cut to that. So as you can see, you can select what you have in the preview window, which is really nice. But you can also do it down here, right? I like the fact that there's physical buttons here, not only the touch screen, which is really nice. So even if you're new to live streaming video productions, you won't feel overwhelmed at all. Plus, the compact design makes it portable, which is fantastic for on-the-go shoots. And what are the standout features? I'll say that the most exciting feature on this device is the size of the built-in screen, which allow us to switch cameras without the need of an external monitor, which makes this unit very portable. Another of the standout features of the L4 is its connectivity. Equipped with 4 HDMI inputs and 1 SDI input, you can connect up to 5 signal sources at the same time, which is crucial for multi-camera live productions, allowing you to switch between different views effortlessly. Imagine capturing all the angles during a wedding or a dynamic sports event. This flexibility is not unique to this video switcher, of course. It's also not a game changer, but it's nice to have. It also features 2 video outputs, 1 HDMI and 1 SDI. It's also important to know that as of today, the software only allows multi-view output through the HDMI, as the SDI output only allows for program output. Let's talk about the ease of use. I'll say that the best part of the L4 is that it has been designed for pretty much everyone from seasoned professional to first-time users. It's a true plug-and-play device, meaning you don't need to be a video expert to go through the different settings, connect your cameras, and produce stunning content, as it is actually very intuitive. You can easily stream to platforms like YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, or conduct engaging business presentations via Skype or Zoom, etc. But here's the catch. This is very important. It doesn't have an internal video encoder or video recorder. It doesn't encode video, and it doesn't record internally. You have to connect an external video recorder. Like in my case here, I'm recording, as you can see. Now let me see if you can check this camera here. I'm gonna cut, say this over here. It's an Atomos Ninja that I'm using to record right now. And in order for me to live stream, I will need to connect it to a computer and maybe use OBS to do live streaming, because the switcher itself doesn't do that. Which is sad, because having this size of screen, so beautiful, the layout so nicely done and everything, and then you don't have an encoder internally. You don't have a recorder internally. That's pretty sad for me. I'll be talking more about that in a minute, but when it comes to medium to large productions, the L4 truly shines. For smaller setups, you can effectively utilize 2 to 3 cameras to capture close-ups and panoramic shots. For larger productions, you can scale up to 3 to 5 cameras and even connect a PC to play presentations and whatever you want to show. Even if you have a Zoom in your laptop, you can just send it through HDMI and you can have it in your switcher. And switching between all these inputs, it's simple. You can do it through here, as you can see, through this button here, or you can do it through cut, to the cut button here, which, by the way, I would prefer to have this cut button down here instead of here. Please hear me out, Feelworld. This button that you see here, this one, the cut button, I'm gonna cut to the side angle here. This, if that button was down here and a little bit bigger, just to make it different from the other ones, maybe a button similar to this one's right here, and move this T-bar up here or something, that will be really nice. Because just imagine if I had this T-bar down here and all of a sudden I want to cut up there, and by accident I do this, and the T-bar will be halfway because it's kind of on the way for me to go up there. So it'll be nice to have these buttons, like the cut button specifically, or the auto button, however you want to call it. You can put it down here and move the T-bar tiny bit up here, and that'll be really, really nice. Okay, so let's carry on. So let's play a little bit with this unit and let's see what it can do. We're gonna go through the menus first. All right, so I'll be switching between these two cameras, camera 2 and camera 3, because I am in camera 1. I'm gonna be switching between 2 and 3. Perfect. So I'm gonna go, and by the way, I forgot to remove this, but no, this is, should I remove it? No, I'm just gonna leave it there as a protector, just because this is a giveaway. I don't even want to remove the plastic from the screen, okay? So first, up here, on the top left of the menu. So by the way, the menu, you have all this menu here, but you can also choose if you want to use the physical buttons. So you have physical buttons for the menu, but you also have the buttons in the touch screen up here. Okay, so first, up here, let's go from the top, but let's start with the menu from the top left. These are basically controls to adjust the brightness, the contrast, and the level, the color levels, blue, red, and green, RGB colors of your image in the preview screen, I guess, right? So if I hit here, I can increase, okay, I can increase the brightness of this image. As you can see, let me just choose this other camera. You see? That image, it looks brighter now, which is kind of nice. Let's go back here. I have it at 100. I'm gonna reduce it to 0, and I'm gonna switch back there. You see, that camera is now really dark. So I'm just gonna leave it at the default, which is 50%. 50. You can go, actually, you can just touch it and it'll go to 100 in increments, or you can just go touching like one by one in increments. And then here we have the same idea, red and blue. You can basically change, let's say, the red of this image, like go crazy red, like that. Nope, no thank you. And I guess if you adjust anything here, if you hit reset, yeah, perfect. You hit reset here and that'll go back to normal, which is awesome. Sometimes you can increase the contrast. Sometimes you have a camera that is a little bit not, I'm gonna do it live actually. Oh, there you go. No, I did actually that with the wrong camera. Anyways, the thing is that you can adjust here. Let me just reset this and reset this. Both of them has been reset. Okay, perfect. So in this part of the menu, basically what you have is just controlling the levels of the camera. Let's go to this. This is main. This is what they call main, which is where you switch your cameras. So you pre-select. This is a preview window, this is a program window, and here you have all the cameras at the bottom. So you can whether select the cameras in the preview window down here directly on the screen, or you can do it right here, as you can see, all right? And then once you select whatever camera, you just hit, you can use a T-bar to switch from one image to the other, or you can just click on the cut button right here. Inside of this menu here, you can also have access to picture-in-picture. Here you have what you want as the main image, or and as the secondary image. The main is on top, the sub is at the bottom. You can also select what side you want the picture-in-picture to be located at. You can switch, let's say, the sides like this. So you can switch which image is on top and which at the bottom, however you prefer. Something that I will love that this unit to have is to maybe shrink this a little bit. Is there a way to do that? Maybe I don't know how to do it. If there's a way to shrink that, please let me know, because I would like to know how to shrink that image. I'm gonna go back to main here. I'm gonna switch to this. So if you find a way to do this picture-in-picture thing smaller and maybe move it with a cursor here or something like that, that will make it way better, I think. Or maybe put an image beside the other, something like that you can actually use, because the way it is right now is pretty much unusable, for me at least. I don't see how I could use this. And then, okay, that's what it is. And then you can hit, by the way, there's a physical button for picture-in-picture here, and there's one over here. And then there's key, which is also, there's also a physical button for key here, and one in the touch screen. So now let's switch, let me switch to this image here. So there's not many reviews out there for this switcher, but there's I think a couple of them, because this switcher is actually very recent. It just came out maybe a couple months ago. So I'm gonna try to do something different in terms of the key. Instead of using a green screen at the back, I'm going to use it as if it was a downstream key, a DSK, to introduce, let's say, graphics or logos or titles or whatever. So I'm sending a graphic from my computer to the switcher. That is a tutorial video, by the way, that I'm going to do later on sometime to show you how to do this. But here I'm going to use the key feature of this switcher as if it was a downstream key, not just to remove the green background or something, or a chroma key. This is not only a chroma key, it's basically a chroma and a luma key at the same time, which means that you can pretty much remove any color, which at the same time means that you could probably introduce some graphics through this. So I have in my computer some graphics, and I'm sending them here through one of the HDMI inputs. And this is what I have on my screen right now, this right here. And I'm going to send that. I'm going to select the color. Okay, this is the color. I'm going to select the black here, right? Select the black color of the background. This is going to be in the body. Now, the body is basically what's on top. It's the overlay. And background in this case is my image, is what you can see here. So I'm going to introduce these graphics in that image over there, and I'm gonna turn them on, right? And I'm going to select let me see, this image or this as the background. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Well, I think that looks pretty good. So there you go. I can actually, from here, if I want it, I did this with other video switchers that I reviewed before. You can remove the logo, introduce the logo back again, remove the graphics at the bottom, using, of course, the Stream Deck, and removing this from over here. There's a tutorial about this that I'm going to be making so that you can do the same. Right now I'm going to remove this. Let me just remove this from here. Okay, and I'm gonna cut to myself. All right, let's keep going with the menu. So here is the menu for the audio, which, by the way, you also have a physical button here for audio. I'm gonna have to say that this is a little bit confusing, the audio. I have to say that this audio is not very intuitive, even though I said that the switcher in general is very intuitive, but the audio in this case is not very intuitive. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Let's go to the audio. Here we are in the audio tab. There's a physical button for audio, and there's a touch button here in the screen as well for audio. And in the audio here, you can select whether you want microphone or line levels. The little computer on top is line, and the little microphone is microphone, of course. So now that we're gonna be talking about audio, I'm gonna tell you how I have my audio set up. I have Rode Wireless Pro microphone with a lavalier microphone right here on my chest. And then I have this MP3 player here with copyrighted music that I can use for events, for instance. And I have that connected directly to the unit, to the audio input. And because my audio is going through camera 1, which is that one over there, the receiver of the Wireless Pro is connected to the camera over there, and then from there is getting to the switcher through the same HDMI input. And then I have this headphone connected to the Ninja V in this case, just to see that, to make sure that the audio is going through the system and coming out to the Ninja V. There's a headphone jack here directly in the unit, but I didn't want to do that. I prefer to take the audio from the device that is finally recording the image that is, or the audio in this case, that's coming out of the unit. Let's see how this will perform, right? There's a little delay which is very uncomfortable when you're talking. Okay, so I'm going to start the music from this MP3 player. Okay. I'm gonna change this music. Okay, so I hit play here in the MP3 player. I'm going to give it a little bit more volume. So I guess you can hear it. So I guess you can hear the music, right? So that music, if you were to let's say do something like more professional, you can use the same MP3 player, which is extremely portable. But if you want to make it a little bit more professional and have more control of your audio, you can use something like this. It's a tiny Yamaha audio mixing console that you can use to have more control over your audio inputs and outputs. You have the earphone outputs here, right? The earphones. What is it that you want to hear? The program, the HDMI, the SDI, the audio, or whatever. In this case, the only thing I need is the program, right? Because I want to hear whatever I'm sending out, so I want to hear the program. So in this case, I'm selecting the program, and then the main audio and the mix audio. The main audio in this case is where the main audio is coming from. In this case, camera 1 is where my audio is coming from, and then the mix or the secondary channel in this case, that's how I think they are calling this. The mix is, in this case, audio. The audio input, which is this one. You can have it off or you can have it on. So for you to know exactly what it is that I mean, I'm gonna hit play here, right? You can hear the music there, right? Perfect. But now see what happens. I am going to select this now here, and I'm gonna click cut. Gone, even though I can see visually here that I have the audio, the mix audio as a secondary channel selected here. And my main audio is coming from HDMI 1, which is perfectly fine. But then when I click here, it selected that audio output, and then look, it switched to HDMI 3 because I selected that before, but then I'm gonna select that again. Okay, so now I selected both times that selection, and then I have to click cut. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna click, let's say HDMI 3, my audio, it's gone. And then I'm going to select this again, click cut. There's my audio again. So in order for me to have what I want, instead of just selecting it and just leave it like that, just leave it as is, no, I have to click, select this thing twice, and then the audio is going to go out the way I want it. In this case, I'm going to click audio again, and I'm going to click cut, and there's my audio, right? So it's going to stay now, even if I switch cameras. You see? I have the music. But if I do this, let's say I'm going to select input whatever, SDI, let's say SDI, and I click OK, it's gone. The audio just goes away when SDI is selected in this case. That is very non-intuitive at all, because I would like to have, independently from what I switch in my cameras, I want to have my audio selected the way I want it, without having to go through this very confusing situation. So I'm gonna hit again here. So as long as you select what you want and click cut, and select again what you want and click cut again, everything should work okay. I'm going to stop this music now. Okay, pay attention to this Feelworld. I'm pretty sure that this is just a software thing that you could fix 100%. The only thing you guys have to do, Feelworld, hear me out, is whatever I select here is my output or my input or whatever. Well, in this case it's output. So whatever I select here, whether it's audio and audio, whether it's HDMI and the mix of the secondary channel is going to be SDI, just leave it like that. I don't have to click cut or anything. Just leave it the way it is. In this case, you see, if I click this, now I don't have any audio. If I click this, now I have the audio back. So just leave the audio as I set it up here, so I don't have to go through that kind of confusing, counterintuitive way to have this setup. Now let's go to switching. This is switching, which is SW, I guess that's what it is. So here, basically we have different switching effects. Let's say, well, if we do it through cut, but in this case, if we do it through auto, you can see this from left to right, from right to left. This is something I never use, but you have it here. You have a lot of these effects if you want to use them. That is something I never use because for me it's, I don't know, it's kind of a very old style kind of a thing. I prefer to just use cut, or in some situations I just hit fade here and I just use the T-bar if I wanted to. I can use the T-bar, or I just click and auto if I want to do a fading effect from one image to the other. Cut and fade is the farther I'll go in terms of transitions from camera to camera. And also, hear me out, if you want to switch in normal mode, the way we always do it, just leave it in this way to switch, because this one doesn't make much sense to me. If you click it here, it'll basically send both images. Well, let me just see if you can see it from here. Okay, it'll just send both images to preview and program at the same time, and then you cannot switch again to the next image. You will have basically the same image in both sides. So if you want to use it in a normal mode, the way we're kind of used to, just use this AB that's on the right hand side. You can also adjust the duration of the transition here by incrementing. You can, well, the minimum is 0.5 seconds, a half a second, up to 5 seconds. Let's see how does 5 seconds look. Whoa, that's very slow. And then let's reduce it to 0.5 seconds, and this is how a normal one looks. Okay. All right, so now let's go to the settings tab here. In this tab, basically what you have is you can choose, let me choose the camera 2. In this tab here, basically what you have is the program format, the resolutions that you want to send your signal out, for instance. You can also, there's a USB port on the left side of the unit here that you can use to introduce or import a logo. Right now, I could actually use a logo from the Feelworld L4, and I can move it around with, as you can see there, I can move it around with this cursor here. Can take it back to the beginning. I can move it around. I cannot grab it. No, I cannot grab it. So let's go to the info. I'll say that's how it's called, I guess. Info tab here. This will allow you, in the first screen that you see here, you will find the internet settings, basically the network settings. Not necessarily internet, because this doesn't have an encoder. So basically what I have is a network cable connected to the switcher. That network cable is connected right now to this internet switcher. This internet switcher is being provided with internet. It has internet right now connected. And then from there, I'm also supplying internet to this laptop here, which allows me to connect or take the IP address that I'm right now using, which is shown down here. This IP address, I can use it to connect this device to its own application. So here in this side, you have the audio bars. The audio bars are basically what kind of audio inputs you're getting through each one of the HDMI inputs, or even through SDI or through your audio input. So you can turn that on or off, as you can see. It's a little bar that it's on the side of each one of the previews. The histogram, you can turn it on or off, basically to check your video levels. Here you have a system reset. In case something is going wrong with the unit or whatever, you can just hit reset the system, and it'll basically will be like a hard reset, and it'll start like from factory. This is to calibrate your T-bar, taking it all the way up and all the way down. When you hit start, it will tell you to do that, to go up all the way and down all the way to see what the limits are up and down. And then here you have languages, which as of today is only English and Chinese. I hope that they come with other languages in the future. That is something that they can improve through the software, of course. This menu button here is kind of useless for me. I don't know what it does. I mean, I do know what it does. Like if I'm here, for instance, showing these bars, and I hit menu, you'll see it'll jump here. You see? So if I'm here, right? And I want to go back to the menu, it just goes there. That's what it does. I don't know if it does anything else other than that. There's also this button here. There's a knob here to navigate through the menu. It's kind of nice, but I don't see the use of it because I'm touching everything here. Basically, you have a click here that you can select on and off. Basically, you navigate through the menu and you select things with this knob, but it's kind of useless for me, to be honest. And again, if I had the cut button down here and the bar a little bit like in this area, let's say, and just the cut button down here, it'll be so comfortable because my hand will be resting down here and just switching cameras. Maybe selecting what I want and switching. Right here, not up here, not up here, down here. And as mentioned before, a few drawbacks from this device is that it doesn't have an internal encoder for video live streaming, which is very sad, having that beautiful big screen. But it does have a USB 3.0 output for you to connect it to your laptop and live stream via OBS or connect it as a webcam to live stream to Facebook, YouTube, or the platform of your preference. And talking about drawbacks, it also doesn't come with an internal or external way to record your videos. So again, you will need an external device like a Ninja V, which I'm using right here. It could be also your computer or any other of the hundreds of devices available for recording video today. And I have to say that it's weird that Feelworld didn't include these capabilities in 2024, when there's a lot of devices out there capable of doing everything this one does and also encode and record simultaneously. Here's a good example of that. I don't like to show other products when I'm doing reviews of a similar product, but this one does that, which is the GoStream Duet, this one. Compared to this one, which is the Blackmagic design, it does have an encoder. It does offer the capability of recording as well, this one, but it doesn't have a screen. It'll be nice to have everything in one device. You're very close. Feelworld is very close. Just include those two features and it'll be like the perfect the perfect video switcher. But if you have a laptop or a MacBook, whatever it is that you use, the L4 makes it a walk in the park. The USB 3.0 streaming interface allows you to connect to your computer for direct streaming on your favorite platform. You can also record directly onto your computer using the software of your preference, or as mentioned before, connecting it to a physical recorder like an Atomos Ninja. And a good thing that I have to say about this device is that, as most video switchers out there, it outputs 1080p up to 60 FPS. But here's what's nice about this one: it accepts inputs of up to 4K 30 FPS, which is not very common as of today in switchers at this price point. So if you're a solo live streamer or you have some staff limitations, another very interesting feature you will find in this switcher is the integration with an app, which allows you to move around while having full control of your switcher, which I think is really cool. So what do I think about the Feelworld L4? I'll say that if you have your encoding and recording figured out, it is an impressive piece of equipment that combines high quality features like a 10.1 inches screen, which is very user-friendly. It's very sensitive. I had a good experience with the touch screen. It covers nearly all bases for live streaming and multi-camera productions. So if you're in the market for a versatile video switcher that can handle everything from corporate events to live concerts, the L4 is a fantastic choice. I highly recommend checking it out. There's a link in the description below. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to subscribe for the giveaway, because I'm gonna be giving away this wonderful switcher. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the L4 or any questions you may have. So stay tuned with Kinoptico, and we'll catch up in the next video.